Back in 2018, at a hotel in South Dakota, Sarah and her younger siblings were at the pool swimming. Sarah's younger brother jumps out of the pool yelling that their youngest sister was drowning. They immediately pulled her out of the pool and her body was purple and cold. Sarah thought that she was dead, but she immediately began CPR, a procedure she learned from her 8th grade CPR training class. Her sister survived because of her efforts, and without them, her sister might not be here today. Could you imagine doing this to your younger sister? Put yourself in this situation. What if your younger siblings were the ones in the pool, drowning? Would you know what to do when you pulled them out and they were not breathing? Would you know what to do if it was just a stranger on the street who was not breathing? Would you know how to perform CPR? During this speech, I would like to cover 3 main points: what CPR is and how to perform it, why you should be CPR certified, and where to get CPR certified. First, you need to be informed about what CPR is. The American Heart Association states that CPR, or cardiopulmonary resuscitation, is an emergency life-saving procedure performed when the heart stops beating. Now, to give you just an idea of some of the basic steps for CPR, you must know the difference between adults and infants. For adults, first you would call 911. Place the person on their back, open their airways, and check to see if they are breathing. If they are not breathing, then you begin your 30 compressions, going 2 inches deep into the person's chest. Now, looking at my visual aid, you can see that the person is lying on their back. The person performing CPR has both hands on their chin, opening their airways to make sure that they can breathe all the way through. Once their airways are open, then they will begin their 2 rescue breaths and continue until the EMS has arrived. Now, for infants, there are a few differences. You would still call 911, place the child on their back and open their airways, check to see if they are breathing, and if they are not breathing, then you would begin 2 rescue breaths instead of your 30 compressions. Once you do 2 rescue breaths, then you would begin your 30 chest compressions, using only 2 fingers on the chest to compress. You would then continue until the EMS has arrived. After reviewing just the basics, now we need to discuss why you should be CPR certified. There are many reasons why a person would need CPR performed on them. The number one reason being cardiac arrest or heart attack. According to the American Heart Association, in 1 year alone, 475,000 Americans die from the cardiac arrest, and 350,000 cardiac arrest incidents happen outside of the hospital. According to 2014 data from the American Heart Association, it states that nearly 45% of out-of-hospital cardiac arrest victims survived when bystander CPR was administered. Other reasons that a person would need CPR could be from choking, near drowning, suffocation, or just other reasons that the person might not be breathing. If you see someone not breathing, you should do everything you can to save them by performing CPR. Not every life is saved, but CPR gives them a chance of surviving. And immediate CPR can double or triple the survival rate of the person. In order to be CPR certified, you must be trained. There are a variety of places that offer different training. First, there is the online courses that are offered through the American Heart Association or Red Cross. You will go through a course online and then pay a fee to become certified. Then there are in-class courses that are more hands-on. You can find one near your home by using Google to search up different associations that offer different classes, or even just going to your local fire department because they also sometimes offer CPR training classes. Or you could take a CPR class here at Methodist University. They offer a wellness class during the fall and the spring, where you will learn CPR, first aid, and how to use an AED. Or if you are already certified and need to be recertified, you can take classes online as well to get your certification renewed through like Red Cross or the American Heart Association. According to the American Heart Association, they train 12 million people in CPR annually, compared to 327 million people just living in the U.S. And the American Heart Association is a worldwide leader in first aid, CPR, and AED training, educating more than 22 million people globally in CPR each year. This just puts into perspective how many people are being trained and why you should also be trained as well. In conclusion, I would like to recap my 3 main points. The first being what is CPR and how it is performed. CPR is a life-saving procedure performed when the heart stops beating, and you must know the 6 main steps for performing it in order to save a life. Why you should be CPR certified, and the importance of saving a life, and then where to get CPR certified, using either online courses, classroom courses, or if you just want to be recertified, you can take that course online as well. I hope you all learned the importance of being CPR certified. And just like you would want someone to save your life if you are in danger, you too could be that hero to save the next person's life.